Hello, thank you for your interest in the Langara Web and Mobile Application Design and Development Program. My name is Kevin McMillan and I have taught in the program since its beginnings 10 years ago. In today's presentation, I will describe the program in detail. We know that choosing a course of study is not a trivial task, so I will also provide at the end of the presentation additional resources for you to assess whether WMDD is the place for you. These will allow you to see our design and development students demonstrating their work in industry-ready detail. Ultimately, I hope this presentation leaves you well informed about what we do here. Likewise, I hope it gives you a sense of why every WMDD faculty member and instructional assistant is so proud of the program and the work our students do. I would like to start, however, by acknowledging Langara College's location on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam Nation, who have gifted us the name 𝐊𝐿𝐼, which means House of Teachings. Maybe I'll begin by introducing you to Harmanpreet Kaur, a WMDD graduate with a great LinkedIn profile. Since graduation in 2019, she's worked at Microsoft, Twitter, and other companies. Our biggest thrills as instructors is to see graduates like Harmanpreet go into the world and have exciting and rewarding careers. So, about the Web and Mobile program, which I will refer to now by the way we typically say it at Langara, WMAD. It's just shorter. WMAD itself was originally created as a collaboration between the Langara Publishing Program and computer science departments. From the beginning, the aim of the program was to create a curriculum that would be inherently collaborative, multidiscipline, and product-focused, paying equal heed to development and design. As seen in this slide's photograph, for example, from one of 𝐊𝐿𝐼 typography courses. Having two streams, designers and developers, gives WMAD its greatest advantage. It's what allows the three major project courses of the program to mirror the inherently collaborative real-world patterns of work in the software industry. Over these three project courses, students learn how to become working professionals by collaboratively researching, designing, and developing sophisticated and viable products. Here, then, are the basic institutional details of the program. WMAD is a post-degree diploma, which therefore means that you need a bachelor's degree to apply for the program. You do not necessarily need a background in any design-related field or computer science. We get applicants from people with all range of bachelor's degrees or better. You must supply a letter of intent describing your interest in the program and the industry. And if your degree came from a country where the language of instruction is not English, you must demonstrate English, or you may have to demonstrate English language proficiency. The link on this screen will give you additional information about that. So the diploma itself is a 2-year diploma. This can be done in 4 academic semesters. So you could do this in 16 months, or you can make it part-time and do it in 24 months. As noted, we have 2 streams, designers and developers, and we have 3 intakes. We have intakes all the way through the year, corresponding to the Langara September, January, and May semesters. This slide here, this details all of the courses, or it lists all the courses in the program, common and stream specific. And hopefully it demonstrates in broad outline at least the program's mission of graduating trained specialists with solid technical foundations. Each stream is specialized, but the Common Core provides both streams the shared language and mutual understanding, which makes effective production of software possible. Terms 2, 3, and 4 feature ever-increasing specialization, but each has a significant group project where teams of designers and developers create applications each semester in a space of 12 or 13 weeks. So here I'll talk about term 1. If there's one characteristic shared by the most successful companies in the industry, it would be how design and development mesh in their products. Think of Apple, for example. If you were asked the reason for its success, it would not be development or design, but rather both. In that regard, WMAD is not just a design program, it's not just a development program. It's a designers and developers create products program. And the building blocks of this collaborative process begin in Term 1's Common Core of courses. One goal of the Term 1 curriculum design is that WMAD designers will understand enough about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to have that inform their own work and make them better able to collaborate with developers. Similarly, a developer understanding the fundamentals of UX design and typography will be a much better member of a team producing modern software, as they will have a better sense of the importance of design, usability, accessibility, etc. Moving on to term 2. Moving on to term 2. Here we start the process of specialization as the developers dive deeper into web programming in their JavaScript class, designers further their typographic studies, but there are still 4 shared common courses. In the shared WMAD 4885, also known as Integrated Project or Project 1, student teams research, design, and develop a web application, which they present at term end to a gathering of several hundred people, including a panel that critiques their work. So this idea of pitching and entrepreneurship and presentation is fundamental to the program. Each student in the team plays a particular role, designer, developer, project manager, for example, which they then elaborate upon in their demonstration of the application they've created. The teams explain their branding, design systems, technical decisions, and technologies used. And they also present business models, competitor analysis, etc. These skills, design, development, pitching, business plans, critiquing, will be further refined in subsequent terms project courses. So here, term 3, we see much more specialization. There are 2 shared courses, and each stream has 3 specialized courses. So obviously, developers will pursue full stack web development, designers will pursue advanced UX studies, as well as 3D design and advanced graphic design topics. An important course here is Industry and Business Strategies, WMAD 4961. In this course, students learn about all facets of the business side of creative tech. Developing audiences, making business plans, marketing, networking, monetization, etc. These comprise a very important skill set for anyone working in any software production, whether they're designers, developers, or managers. Project 2 will be discussed more in the next slide. But basically, Project 2, in this course, students create data-driven web applications that solve specific business problems. The rationale here, or the instructors provide varying constraints and parameters for the project, and these change from term to term. The rationale is to present students with concerns or industries that they aren't initially familiar with, which again represents a more real-world development design strategy. This then helps students build skills in project research, agile, UX design, marketing, competitive analysis, etc. Upon completion, the students once again will pitch their products. So they will have had 12 to 13 weeks to conceive, research, design, develop, and test their applications. At that point, again, they present their new application to a panel and a crowd of several hundred people. Again, in the presentation, they explain their tech stacks, design decisions, business analysis, monetization plans, etc. Now we get to term 4, the final term in the program, where the featured course is the Capstone shared course. But we see the specialization now is even deeper. The developers study native iOS, native Android development, obviously important topic of security. Designers study game design, advanced graphic techniques, video and audio production. You'll also notice here 4997 and 4998 advanced topics. So we have an advanced topics course for designers and one for developers. The title of each of these courses is kept generic, and the reason for that is so that we can continually develop and iterate the subject and content for that course. So as an example, in recent years, probably the hottest topic in the field is artificial intelligence. So this gets covered quite heavily for both the developers and the designers. Okay, so the Capstone project. The Capstone project is really the cornerstone of the program. The students walk away from the Capstone with a fully functioning mobile application with set design and development features. As with Project 2, there are new constraints set every term by faculty. Some of the deliverables for the teams are, again, project research, market analysis, business case, their development planning, their UX design, etc. These presentations, however, generally take place off campus. So they have for the last number of years. Sometimes in local studios of businesses, but in the last probably 2 or 3 years, at the Simon Fraser University downtown campus, we have a very large auditorium, always booked with an audience of up to 500 people. And it usually is very well attended. And I will give you shortly a way for you to attend if you're interested. Anyway, after the presentations, the students present their fully functioning native mobile app, and they present it. There is a critique from an industry panel, and there is also an award given for the audience favorite or the industry representative favorite. So there's 2 awards given there, and occasionally some students have even been hired from the Capstone. So this is really what everything in the program leads to. And I'll give you a link in a minute on how to see the capstones. Careers. Once you've graduated, here are some of the jobs you are eminently qualified for. So rather than me read the slide to you, here's a bunch of them. WMAD graduates who are international students are eligible for post-graduation work permits. And the Vancouver tech industry is large and vibrant, if you are interested in staying in Vancouver, that is. Over 11,000 companies and 200,000 tech professionals making their living in Vancouver. Some of the companies, some of the firms listed on this slide, you will presumably recognize. they have offices in Vancouver. So Microsoft, Twitter, Apple, etc. Some of the other slightly smaller firms, but also ones that employ a lot of people in Vancouver, you will likely recognize the name of some of these ones. This next section I've called FAQ, and it's just for some odds and ends here. You might be wondering, I'm not sure if I want to be a designer or a developer. Well, you have to choose when you apply, but there is still occasionally the opportunity to switch streams should you need to. That would occur in term 2 after term 1's fully shared schedule, or fully shared curriculum, sorry. As for the class schedule, as noted earlier, you can take the program full-time or part-time. I've got a link here, courseplanner.wmdd.ca. At that link, you can construct your courses and see how they mesh together. Classes can start as early as 9:30 or run as late as 8 p.m. And we hold classes Monday to Saturday. So this does not mean that you're on campus 6 days a week. If you are a full-time student, you're probably here 3 to 4 days a week. Our classes are mixed mode, which means they will have 2 hours of class time followed by 3 hours of additional online work to do. Anyway, back to the Capstone project. The next Capstone project will occur April 8th, 2025 from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. These QR codes, if you wish to attend in person, just scan the black QR code on your left. If you won't be in Vancouver or otherwise want to view it online, you can get a link to register for a Zoom session to see the event as it occurs by scanning the QR code on the right, the orange one. Another way you could assess the program, as part of a community outreach, WMAD hosts online masterclasses with WMAD faculty. This is a great way to interact with actual professors from the program. The next one is on February 20th, 2025. In it, design instructor Tyler Higgs presents a masterclass on personal branding and identity. You can register for this Zoom event by scanning the QR code that's on the screen right now. Of course, again, if you can't attend the event, a video recording will be posted on the WMAD YouTube channel, along with previous ones, such as Department Head Jason Madar's Demystifying the AI Revolution. And if you're watching this presentation after February 21st and want to see February 20th, and want to see the next masterclass, check the WMAD website for dates and details. Which, of course, brings me to the WMAD website. Here at langara-app.ca, you can find a program overview, student work, profiles of faculty, how to apply, much more FAQs, a new student section, and more. If you have questions about WMAD, this is an excellent resource. The YouTube channel, which you can get to either from this URL or scanning the QR code, has a ton of information as well. Particularly the capstone recordings of the last few years, as well as Project 1 and Project 2 recordings. So you can see the progression that our students make from their first app creation to their graduating one. You will also see interviews from students, so student success stories, including a student from a couple years ago who explained how his interview at Microsoft went. When he showed three projects he had been involved in. 2 of them were done in our program. He now works at Microsoft as a product designer. His story is, there's a video there of it. Now, you might also be thinking, wow, that's a lot of detail. You guys are obsessive about recording. We kind of are. But if you're feeling a little overwhelmed by all the detail that I've thrown at you here is a great place to start. This is a compilation of the 3 winning Capstone project presentations from 2024. And if you were looking for a single student project to demonstrate what WMED students create, I would probably nominate the 𝐊𝐞𝐳 app from the fall 2020 Capstone video, which is one of these winners in this video. It could stand really as a metonymic representation of the department as a whole. Because of its integration of UI, visual design, hardware interaction, and technical sophistication, we were blown away when we saw the application, and I hope you are too. So, if you wish to apply, this URL or QR code will allow you to do so. If I have maybe not answered one of your questions, you want more information, if you are an international student, langara-global@langara.ca is the email address for you. Domestic students can send an email to recruitment@langara.ca. Finally, thank you for your interest in the program. Hope to see you in class, and have a great day.